and electric range.
On Newstalk.
Now, as you would have been hearing in the news today, Newtownmountkennedy in County Wicklow, the latest town to experience violent protests over asylum seekers. The Garda Public Order Unit was deployed last night as patrol cars were damaged and pallets were set on fire. A number of arrests were made, and indeed people have appeared before court this afternoon. Our reporter Josh Crosby is in Newtownmountkennedy in County Wicklow and joins me now. Josh, what's the atmosphere like there today?
Well, Kieran, I suppose you'd have to describe it as calm compared to what happened here last night. Yes, there's broken glass strewn along the road up to River Lodge, also known as Trudder House. But Gardaí have a strong presence here all throughout the day. There are vans driving up and down. There are public order units out and about with roads cornered off. Access has been blocked now today, since last night, on the roads leading up to both sides of this building. Only local residents are allowed through. I first arrived here before midday, Kieran, and as I was walking up to the cordon where a handful of protesters have gathered, the first thing that was said to me by one of the protesters was, what was my name and my occupation? Now, look, chatting for a while, the suspicion, I suppose, the person might have had about me, it kind of died down. But there's a lot of anger here, and a number of the protesters have those snud-style scarves over their faces. One of the first things you see when you drive into the town are signs saying, join our peaceful campaign. Then there were Newtown says no signs dotted around the places you approach the property. So it's fairly tense. There's no denying that. Even when trying to talk to locals walking the streets, very few want to give an opinion on it. But I did manage to speak with some locals, and we'll start off with this man who was up at the protest last night.
I went up just to peacefully protest, and we were run off the streets. Pepper sprayed a lot. Absolutely scandalous. You wouldn't see it in a war zone.
And did you come near the pepper spray yourself?
No, thankfully. Stayed away from it. Like the town doesn't have the amenities for these people to come in here anyway. The town is already under pressure.
What are you missing out on? What does the town need?
It's already under pressure. If you have to make a flippant doctor's appointment, you have to wait maybe a week.
What do you think last night will do now? Will it kind of grow the support for the protest even more? Like, do you think?
I hope so, yeah. Definitely, I hope so.
Would you be going back up there again?
I would, yeah.
Law and order has to come first and foremost. The Gardaí were clearly doing their job. I have seen lots of video content of what went on, and yeah, I don't agree with that kind of behaviour. I know people who have genuine concerns, and I personally have genuine concerns about putting people in appropriate places and the need for appropriate accommodation for everybody. Everybody's welcome, in my opinion. People coming down, agitators coming down, no, we don't want that here.
Are you living locally yourself?
I am, and I'm a very, very concerned grandmother.
What are your concerns?
They're unvetted. They are actually unvetted men coming in. What are they going to do? There is nothing in Newtown for them to do.
And will you be going up there to protest yourself?
Oh yeah, I have been up there, and I will continue. We'll continue to protest for my family and my grandkids.
What's the general feeling about the issues ongoing up there?
I think if you look on social media, it's very negative. There's signs everywhere around.
But you're living locally yourself, like you're not going up there?
I'm not, no. I don't really know how I feel about it. Obviously, I'd want to help people coming in from a worse area, but at the same time, putting them in tents is not a good solution. So in this particular case, I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe it's probably not the best way to protest it. I'd probably be protesting in the Dáil as opposed to protesting in Trudder House.
All right, there's some of the people on the street in Newtownmountkennedy today speaking to Josh Crosby, our reporter, who, as I say, is there in County Wicklow. Did you speak, though, Josh, to people who are actually up protesting today? I know some of those people there they mentioned rather, they would protest in the future, or to those involved in the organisation of the demonstrations?
I did, Kieran, and look, being honest, they were very hesitant to talk to me. There's a lot of suspicion there, I suppose, even going in and out of the businesses in the town. Not many want to share their opinion publicly. And I can see where people are coming from, I suppose. Like, their customers might be very well split on this. So you can understand from a business point of view. But when it comes to this year's election, we know very well there are a number of people who've decided to get into politics due to the immigration issue. They're throwing their hat in the ring for either local or European elections. But it's no different here in Wicklow. I met with local independent election candidate John Larkin, whose main campaign message is Newtown says no. It's on his leaflets, his posters. He's regularly going up to the site to support those demonstrating. I met with him earlier, and I also met with a man at the protest who's travelled down from Dublin. He was one of these guys wearing a snud-style scarf. I asked them both what they think will calm down the temperature here. John Larkin believes the guards' reaction was heavy-handed.
The word in Newtown is